does your inner child affect you? My inner child affects me, and everyone's inner child affects them. The question is how. When I was a kid, I didn't want people to feel bad. So I learned not to disturb people. And one of my inner child things is that I shouldn't disturb certain people in certain situations and so on. And one way that it does that is through the thoughts. It is like putting thoughts in that leave that person alone now, don't say this, don't make noises, don't be loud. And those thoughts are coming from my inner child. It's coming from a person, my kid self, that didn't want to interfere and make things worse when people are having a really bad time. Like inner child affects your whole cycle, like your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors that we will come to later. But it affects your emotion, it affects how you are feeling. And if you go back to the same example that my inner child don't want to disturb people, it puts emotions in that will make me not disturb. Like if I am happy, it will take off the edge so I'm not as happy as I can be, so I don't get loud. And it take away feelings, and it make me sometimes like sad or like feeling a bit trapped, that so it feels like I can't say anything right now. So it make those feelings to make myself don't say things or don't disturb people in certain situations. And then we have behaviors. I think that the reason why the inner child is affecting the thoughts and emotion is actually to affect your behaviors. Because how you think and feel does do your behaviors. But your inner child, it is the behavior that it actually wants to change, because it is the behaviors that it thinks that can be dangerous or harmful and that is afraid of. It just wants to protect you, and it doesn't want you to do anything that is dangerous. So if you get back to the same thing, don't disturb people. Like my thoughts and my emotions, those are to make me not do things that disturbs people. And if I do something that I know that this doesn't my inner child wants in this situation, like my feelings and emotions, I can't really have control over them, and then they are just ramping up and getting more and more intense. And it is like this inner child gets panic inside of me. When we are talking about the inner child in this way, it can make us feel like the inner child is a negative thing. But it isn't. It's actually really neutral, because in some aspect it can be negative, but in other aspect it isn't. The inner child is designed to make sure that we are living and that we does survive. So like when we have this example of don't disturb, like maybe that was good when I was a kid, but today when I'm an adult, I don't need that. I can choose for myself, and I have this brain that is developed and can make choices for me. But when I am a kid, I don't have as much of a developed brain that can make the same choices that you can do when you are an adult. So if you take another example, when you're a kid and you're going out on the road and the car is driving, your mom or your dad will drag you back. And like when you are going out on the road, your mom and dad always say like, watch that, watch that. Make sure you don't go out on the road when the car is driving. And that is also a thing that even if you're a kid and you might not understand that the reason why is because you can get hit, or like that is kind of far-fetched for you because your brain isn't developed. Your inner child will take up that, oh, my mom is really scared for this. She doesn't want me to go out. This must be a scary thing. So the inner child is taking over there and will help you not going out on the road.